It's International Coaching Week, and this week it's all about celebrating the power and impact of coaching. And so I wanted to talk to some of my favorite coaches and people that I've gotten to know who I think are great and great people, but also great coaches. And so today I'm talking to my friend Mathilda that I met in coach training, but we actually both worked at Klarna at the same time, which is super funny. I was like, I know that lady. And so so I met her there and we've become coach friends, and I wanted to talk to her about her business today. So I'll turn it over to you to introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit about how coaching shows up for you in your kind of day-to-day life.
Thank you, Leah. Nice to meet you here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so fun meeting you a second time in life.
Right.
Yeah. So when I started coaching, it just made everything in my life better and got me interested to actually share what I learned in coaching. So that's how my journey started. I also have I've had a deep interest in technology and things, and I found it fascinating, like programming, you know, those chats, like how
Yeah.
they treat you if you wake up in the morning and it's good morning, or why didn't you pay your bills and you're late now, or how you talk, and this also got me like very, very interesting how we speak.
Mm,
And I wanted to share with other people this, and through coaching it's like a great opportunity because we can make choices.
right.
So that's here I am.
Yeah, there you are. I love that. I love that. So when you're working with clients on coaching, do you have, like a thing you like to specialize in? Is there a type of client that you're just like, oh, that's my favorite person to work with?
Um, yeah, I specialize in people that want to focus on work somehow. It could obviously be work life balance,
Yeah.
but you want to like improve as a leader or like leadership or something. But you can come with anything like struggles, or you're having like a hard conversation, or you want to improve your communication skills, or you have a goal, you want a dream job or something. So obviously, it could be a shorter
Yeah.
intervention or a
Yeah.
longer one.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. And is that, did you kind of focus on that because it kind of matches that interest you have in sort of technology and in the workplace? Is that really why you put those two things together?
Um, I think it matches. First thing, I think I was at the same point where I was like walking through life, not having, this spark. I don't know what to call it. Like not. Um, Something missing, and when I went into coaching, I find way of planning and set a goal and find your like own values, what's important, clarify some things,
Yeah.
and through that, yeah, I wanted to share. And I am obviously I have a track record within consulting and leading like large initiatives across organizations. So I have a helicopter view from that perspective, which I can, leverage on
Yeah.
in coaching.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I love that because I do think that there's one thing you said in there that I think is super valuable because I work with people in
Mm.
sort of tech or in their career changes, but also with other folks that are totally not in that space. But what I see often in the folks who are working in sort of like wanting to change something in their career is that conversation about values, like what are they? Can you define them? And are you matching those values of your life with who you're working for and what you're spending your time doing, right? And I think sometimes people just need some help walking through that. And I think it's a real value. It can add that spark back in, like you said.
Yeah, it comes quite quickly actually.
Yeah.
But also like people I work with, I think you need to come with a vision
Yeah.
and wanting to set yourself up for some success,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
You have to know like there's something a little off and I know I want it to be better. And sometimes people are like, don't exactly know what I want, but I think I'll know what it is when I see it. Right. And so guiding them to there can be really helpful. And I like that.
Yeah.
Very cool. So if you, as a coach and kind of being in the coaching world, are there any I don't know, myths about coaching that you wish you could dispel, or things that you wish people knew about coaching?
Oh, I'm so happy you're bringing up this question. It's a good question to ask, right? Because um, asking that question, about coaching, what it is, some people like, oh, it's some bobo healer stuff,
Right.
or it's just questions.
Yeah.
Have experience of just meeting somebody asking questions, which if you meet a manager in life, you already have that skill.
Right.
So you have to go to the next level. But we also have this like picture of a coach as a sports coach or Ted
Right.
Lasso or
Yeah.
your personal trainer at the gym, of
Yeah.
course. So I think you need to separate out some stuff when you talk about coaching,
Yeah.
whether or not you're like a trained coach, and you have a record and you have references, you have hours.
Yeah.
I think that's like really, really important in this. And of course, it's intangible,
Mhm.
selling emotional benefits. It has to lead to result.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, and I think, I was talking to someone else and we were talking about like the myth I always talk about is like, oh, everyone's a coach these days. And I'm like, I mean, people can call themselves coaches, but do
Yeah.
they have skill? Do they have training? Have they coached enough hours to know how to get that
Mm.
impact? Do they have an expertise? Do they, can they bring that together? And I think it's important that we talk about it, because I think there are so many of us have spent time, money, energy, effort learning how to coach and putting that together with our other expertise, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's important to be able to talk about. So, yeah, for sure. Well, very cool. Are you accepting clients? And if people want to reach out, how can they do that?
Yeah. I take on a few,
Mhm.
but I also do some hours. Like if you want to just, discuss your work week and you have a challenge, it's a
Yeah.
little bit more expensive, but if you want to do that, you can come. And a few I have. I might expand
Yeah.
during the fall.
Yeah.
And you can reach me at um, sorry, unlock-change.com.
Okay. Uh-huh.
It's too hard to.
It's
Maybe you
okay.
can put it in the
It'll be
notes.
right here. It's right here
Yeah,
underneath, so they'll be able to see it. Don't worry
but
about it.
you can
Yeah.
also DM me at LinkedIn, of course.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. That's perfect. Because luckily all of your information will be right here where everybody
Yeah,
can. So it's really interesting to ask people like, how can people reach you? And then they start trying to like rattle off their website and they're like, that's too hard to say. So forget it.
exactly. Didn't think about that one.
It's like, oh, I have to say my website. Yeah. Well, thank
Um,
you so much for spending time with me today and talking about coaching. I mean, obviously I love it. I know you do, and getting to talk about it so that people understand more about it and see a type of coach that they could reach out to is really great.
yeah, and thank you. And you are a great coach as well.
Oh,
I am. I know that for sure.
thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon.